Welcome to That Synth Show with Synth Samurai episode 2. I think we got the mic issue figured out. And today what we're going to do is I'm going to compare the Arturia PolyBrute to the Roland Juno X. And I'm going to showcase a couple artists that I'm following that are amazing. And let's enjoy the show. Welcome to That Synth Show. All right, Sunday. Welcome to That Synth Show. Like I said, we're going to feature the Arturia PolyBrute and Juno X. I'm not too sure about all the rules on YouTube yet, so I'm just going to be going off their websites for a bit. And obviously, I don't got that big cheese to be able to get these synths in front of me to truly showcase them, but maybe someday I will. But for now, let's just have a look. Let's have a look what these synths are all about. Alright, we got that Arturia PolyBrute. Let's lower this music for a minute so we can see what's actually going on here. Alright, Arturia PolyBrute. So, we got the 6-voice analog powerhouse, and a good friend of mine, Wolfman Love, got the Arturia PolyBrute. And I mean, the stuff he's putting out with that is amazing, and I think some of the biggest features with this synth are is that morphing pad over here on the left. You see that thing? I think you can push that down. You can modulate it to anything. You can modulate it to the cutoff, the LFOs, you know, anything you want. So also it's got this big, huge sequencing matrix here. You can see it there, all those little knobs. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, the PolyBrute. It's also got the ribbon expression. I mean, I've heard this thing's a beast, and we're working in US dollars. So US dollars, that thing's probably running like $2,600 or something like that, but we'll check that out later. For now, let's see what the makers of the synth are actually saying. Sounds good to me so far. It's got that aftertouch too. Sounds pretty good to me. Woo! That's that morph pad. I might have to start delivering pizzas to try and pick one of these up. I gotta say, man, that's how you showcase synth, Arturia. Woo! Come on, boy. Come on. All right, I don't know about you, man, but that gives me the GAS, baby. Capital G, capital A, capital S. I think I might want to get one of those. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds amazing. Let's check out what else is going on down here on the Arturia website. Got some nice pictures, probably some stuff people doing some things. All right, let's check. To complement its sonic power and colossal flexibility, we wanted the PolyBrute to have every conceivable means of performance expression. All right. So what'd they give us? They gave us the innovative Morphe controller. And according to Wolfman Love, that thing is off the hook. Then they gave us the ribbon controller. You saw that guy running that right up and down. And then we got the keyboard with the aftertouch. I mean, that's pretty awesome. $2,600. I don't know. Where I'm from, you can get a quad for that kind of money. So you can't ride the PolyBrute, but I'm sure that PolyBrute will ride that frequency. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. All right, I dig that. The two filters, it's got the Steiner and the ladder filter. Iconic, as we know. And then, of course, the Matrix, which, you know, I thought about getting that Matrix Brute for a while, and I went down to $1,000 and I said, you know, maybe I should get it. And I kind of stopped because I got enough synths on the go that I'm trying to make music with, like all of you guys too. And if you ain't into making hardware music, man, pick a hardware synth up and mess with it. It's one of the most enjoyable experiences you can ever have. You want to talk about meditation? You put these cans on, these Audio Technicas, and get lost in that sound. It's amazing. So that's the Arturia PolyBrute. I love it. Let's head over to Roland and see what they're up to. Okay. We got the Roland Juno X. Now, these two companies really know how to make a video to make you want to spend some money, don't they? Programmable. All right, let's go through the Juno. Let's see what they got going on here. Vintage heart, modern muscle. I guess one of the big differences in the Juno and the PolyBrute is Juno's digital, PolyBrute's got is analog. So, you know, that debate, that goes on forever. I think it don't make a difference to me. Sound is sound, and I think I got some digital. Like I told you, I got the Wave State and the Op6, and I think they're both good, and they're both digital. All right, let's see what this guy's saying. Juno X.
Hi, I'm David from Roland, and this is the Juno X.
David from Roland. Let's see what David can do. That eye arpeggio.
Now, many of you vintage fans might recognize the design, since it's heavily based on the classic Juno 106 from the 80s. But this is not just about appearance. Now, the Juno X comes preloaded with a wide range of classic synths inside the synth called model expansions.
Okay.
So not only do you get the look and feel of those synths, but also the character of the sound. Now, on top of this, it's also equipped with our newest and highly versatile Zencore sound engine, which makes it possible to exchange sounds between the Juno X and other Zencore instruments, like our Phantom series, the Jupiter series, the Zenology software plugin, and a whole bunch of other gear. So let's have a listen to how it all sounds.
Let's do it.
Now, these are just a few from the thousands of sounds included. We'll start with a nice Juno X model synth EP, and I've assigned slider 1 to control the filter.
All right, let's go.
Now, the Juno X model has several new features, including velocity parameters and a supersaw waveform, while still remaining true to the Juno spirit.
Man, that sounds nice. Brings me back to the 80s. Those Walkmans, cassettes, neon.
Staying on the Juno X model, we'll go to a nice bubbly bass.
All right, let's go to bubbly bass. All right, not bad, not
The
bad.
Juno X model is of course great for pad sounds too.
All right, pads.
But of course, we can also press the magic Juno chorus button and get it even nicer.
All right.
Now let's move to another completely new model, which is the Juno 60. So here's a nice Juno 60 bass.
I mean, before we start that, this thing sounds amazing. The PolyBrute sounds amazing. They're both very different. I can imagine having them double stacked. I think that'd be sweet. All right, I guess I'll have to deliver pizzas and Chinese food.
And a Juno 60 pad.
Put those lighters up, baby.
And of course, the Juno 60 also comes with these classic kind of ice cave sounds.
In a far-off land, the ice cave.
And then of course, we have the Juno 106 engine, which you may already be familiar with. And here is a classic synth brass.
Yes, sir.
And here's a vintage style Juno 106 arpeggio.
All right, last one, Davey. Woo! That's nice. Man. That's digital. Is there a difference? I don't know. All right, I think just to be fair to Arturia, we gotta cut it at 4 for them. I mean, you can go check out. This is on the Juno website or Roland.com website. Sorry, check that out. But one thing I do want to show is the arpeggio. Okay, so let's switch over here a quick sec. Let's see what old Davey can do with this, because this is pretty cool.
Speaking of arpeggios, the Juno X also has something very special previously only found on the Jupiter X. And that is our unique intelligent
I think the Jupiter
arpeggiator,
X
or
looks better.
iArpeggio.
I like the orange.
Now, the iArpeggio senses the rhythm of your playing and will create an arpeggio pattern based on your own real-time playing rhythm, which can actually result in some really cool phrases.
Okay.
Like that. But the iArpeggio can also be distributed differently across multiple parts.
All right, that's
giving
what
you
we want to
complex
see. Let's
combinations
go,
that
Davey.
play
Let's
off
get
of
the
each
drums
other,
in there,
like
get
this.
everything. Let's go.
And perhaps we want some drums to back this up. Well, for that, I'll quickly just jump into our step edit mode, which allows classic TR-style step sequencing. And yes, the Juno X also includes a load of vintage Roland drum machine samples.
TR-8S built in.
You can record these with a step sequencer or in real time, like this.
For the floor.
And there's my drum beat. Now let's play this all back together.
Woo! One-man band, baby.
And now that is all part of my arpeggiator setup. And all of it will be stored into a single scene memory. So,
all right, David. I mean, that's pretty cool. You tell me, you guys tell me, what do you think? You know, throw it down in the comments. What do you think? The Arturia or the PolyBrute or the Juno X? I mean, I'm looking at both of these. Tell you what I do, man. I got a little piggy bank. I put 20 bucks a week in there and I just let it build up. And then when I feel like I want to get something, then I just go to the piggy bank and I don't got to really, you know, don't really need to have a conversation with the missus. Don't need to have any guilt. If I buy it, no buyer's remorse. So piggy banks aren't just for little kids. All right, let's move on now, because you guys tell me what you think. I thought it was cool. I like them both. I mean, I'd like to see Arturia put out something like the PolyBrute with a drum brute built into it. Throw a drum brute in there and you know, put that up there. That'd be competing big time with that Juno X. I don't know what's better. I think that if you could get both, they'd be epically complementary. What other thing I was looking at here for all you Arturia fanboys is they're releasing that dark edition for you. I don't know if you're into that. Arturia Noir. So if you don't like that blue that they had on it, now you can get it in all black, just like the Matrix. But you know, Arturia, why don't you put out something that's, you know, if you're going to put out something, don't put it all black. Put out something in hot pink, you know, a hot pink and a purple, something crazy, you know. I like it, you know, just like Roland. If you're going to put something out that's, you know, I like the Juno X, but, you know, a couple people say they like the colors of it. I would have liked to see something a little bit different, you know. Juno X, a different synth, but you got all those vintage people who like it. So anyway, let's get on to the next part of the show, and that's some artist highlights. And I don't know how this goes. I hope the boys don't mind me showcasing their vids. You know, I'll put the links to their channels down in the description if you want to go over and follow them. You know, we'll go first. We'll go with a guy named NoLake. He's epic. He's got very cool stuff. But this is one he put out the other day. I thought was awesome. It was a video that had some real cool synth sound in it, and it was interesting. It's 10 minutes long. I won't show it all. Play a little bit, you'll get the idea. But man, NoLake is an amazing musician. He's got amazing videos, epic skills on both the piano and the synthesizers. Let's check him out for a little bit.
The story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's
I don't know if
job
you guys
was
remember
simple.
Stanley.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Ooh.
And although others might have considered it
I know we all
soul-crushing,
understand that.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So creative, man. NoLake is so creative. I love it. It's genius.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So that's NoLake. NoLake's amazing. I don't want to play his whole video because that's his video. You head over to his channel and check that out. It's this guy's a creative genius. He's amazing. I'll show some of his other videos later. I should drop him a comment and just let him know see if it's cool if I use it or whatever. But he's amazing. Check him out. Go, man. Get him up to 1,000 subscribers. Get this beautiful man monetized. All right. So that's NoLake. I'll throw it down in the description. You check it out. Go over, like, subscribe, share. He's awesome. And let's hit up one of my other favorite people I love listening to. The one and only Mr. Tuna. And I don't know, man. People listening to me might already know about Mr. Tuna, but this guy's awesome. He's got, I don't know. God gifts this man with every beautiful synth on the planet. He's got them all. He's got the Juno X, which we just showcased. He's got the Hydrosynth Deluxe. He's got the Jupiter X. He's got the System 8. He's got the TR, you name it. He's got, what does he got? He's got a bunch of Dave Smith. He's got the Op 6. He's got it all. And he's a genius as well. He's absolutely amazing. And his boy comes in, and this is one of the favorite songs they did. So I'm going to play this for a little bit. Like I said, I'll throw them down in the bottom of the channel description. You go check them out. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. But this is just awesome. So let's listen to Mr. Tuna, which I love the name. This song is about someone we knew in high school who became a ring girl. If you see Tara Lynn, know that this came up very organically, looped with the Squat Pyramid. All right, so let's go. Let's check out Mr. Tuna. Triple band team in there tonight. What a studio, man. Look at this. He's from that cold zone by the looks of that insulation, baby.
That you're such a beautiful thing. Oh, Terralyn, I wish that I could save you from that ring you're living in. Oh, Terralyn, God, you're such a beautiful thing. You wore a yellow bikini, but you probably didn't see me in the front row, lost in the night. You wore a yellow bikini, but you probably didn't see me in the front row, lost in the night. Girl, I hope you win the fight. Girl, I hope you win the fight. Oh, Terralyn, I wish that I could save you from that ring you're living in. Oh, Terralyn, God, you're such a beautiful thing.
All right, man. That's Mr. Tuna and the boys. I'll tell you what. These guys are amazing. You know, they do live looping, live jams. It's amazing. They put it together so clean. It's wonderful. So he's a huge inspiration for me doing what I'm doing. I'm just slapping stuff together, man. So these guys are amazing. Amazing. All right. So I think that's the show for tonight. Today, this morning, wherever we are, you know. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope I got the mic situation fixed out. We'll see once we clue it up here. But that's that synth show. Like I said, I'll throw the description to Mr. Tuna and NoLake down in the bottom. You can go to Roland Arturia on your own. Just type it in the computer, pull it up, check it out. So many videos on that stuff. Who wins Arturia PolyBrute versus the Juno X? You decide. Throw it down in the comments. Well, that's that synth show. I'll catch you cats later. Synth Samurai.